Hello, my name is Ashley Dopson, and I am a community muralist and art educator. I went to school for art and marketing, and I always thought I would work for Murals, the biggest Black advertisement company, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be making McDonald's commercials, Chick-fil-A commercials, and billboards, and that was my dream when I was in college. Still a dream, you know. I still believe I can manifest it, but that was the thing that I wanted to do. My voice with my murals, it is one of remember me, or who are these people? These people, don't forget these people, you know, letting us know, like, these are the women that kept us up, that got us here. We can't forget these folks. Like, look them up, gotta know who they are. Like, that's the voice. And it's also a voice of courage, and it's a voice of change, and it's a voice of responsibility. It's a voice of all kinds of things. It's actually the internal voices inside of me. You know, I talk to myself all day long. You know what I'm saying? I tell my baby to do it too. Tell yourself to get up. Tell yourself that you can do it. You know, to me, my pictures are visualizations of those affirmations that I say to myself. You know, we got this, we are this, you know, you need a break, take a break. Those are the things I'm always thinking of. Legacy, I'm thinking of those things. I'm thinking of, how do I leave a legacy for my students, for my children? How do I honor the legacy of my grandmother or my grandfather? These are the things I'm constantly thinking. It's more than just art, you know, it's history. When I first started murals, I didn't know how to do Procreate and all these like fancy technology. I'm an 80s baby. You know, I didn't know how to do all that. I know how to sketch and draw and paint. And I would literally go find a piece of wood and make sure it was to scale of that 80-foot wall and say, hey, I got a 7-foot by 7-foot painting. This is my proposal. And that would be my proposal piece. And everybody thought it was nuts. But then I started getting all of them. You know, I would be like, this is it. I bring them in downtown. Like, here's my proposal, you know? And it kind of helped a lot for me also in my process. I am such a teacher at heart. So when I am in the street, it's that same mentality. Everywhere I go, it's people of all ages who are saying, hey, can I paint? You know, or I used to paint when I was 8, you know, they're like 55 now. Like, I'm like, here, come on, you can still do it. You know, it's like riding a bike. So once I have it all drawn out, I can show them, hey, this is what I want you to do. Even if there is some blending, I can teach them that really fast, like how to do a shade or a tint or whatever they gotta do, whatever it is, a dry brush, whatever it is, I can teach it so quickly, I can put you on. And then a lot of times when I do put them on, they come back, and then they come back, and then they come back, and then by the time you get done, I got like 50 people out here, and everybody's like, where these people come from? I was like, I don't know. They show up, and then we all work together, and we have a good time. And it reminds me of my childhood. When I was in New Orleans, I came from a neighborhood that was a real neighborhood. It was a real, true neighborhood, like kids on their bicycles, like the street would be packed after school. Like everybody knew everybody's mom, you know what I'm saying? Like you'd be scared of somebody else's mom just as much as you'd be scared of your own mom. Like it was just so communal. And I think that's like the one and only place that I really still get that is when I'm out on the street. I originally started in oil, and I had this teacher. Her name was Amanda Stevens. I cannot find her. She wore purple Doc Martens, and she was so weird, and I loved her. And I was the only Black kid in the class, and she would like bring out all these Harlem Renaissance books, and I fell in love with William H. Johnson. And she was like, go to Pearl Art Store, go to Pearl and get you some oils, and that's how I started in oil. And I would take the cake, like a spatula, and I would put it on there like he did, like to make it like thick, like cake icing. And at that time, my grandmother lived with us, and she had glaucoma. So once it dried, I could like take her fingers and kind of like rub them on top so she could feel the picture and stuff. I remember being so excited, like, Grandma, this new style is killer, it's killer. Like, I thought I was doing something that was like new and innovative, because only person I ever saw do it was William H. Johnson. I want to say that the color palette probably came when I started studying William H. Johnson. His color palette was very like solid, bright, bold, in your face color. And it was just happy for me. There was absolutely times when I was a teenager when I was depressed, and I felt like if I was around those colors, I felt okay. You know, I felt like, all right, now I feel like I'm back at home. And I had to do it in New Orleans too, because New Orleans was full of color. Like I remember it, like people's clothes, was colorful there. You know, I like that. I like that loud personality. Hey, baby, all that. You know, I love all of that. It's just, and I try to bring it into my work. You know, if you've been in any environment that is lack of color, you're going to see lack of color and lack of joy and lack of a lot of other stuff too. I don't have the time that I like to really give to my art. You know, I'm a full-time mom. You know, I'm a full-time teacher. And I go hard. You know, sometimes at work people say, oh, you're just too passionate. You know, you're too passionate. But that's what makes me such a good teacher. You know, that's what makes me such a good mom. Like, I'm not that kind of worker where I'm just gonna be like, I'm here and here's a lesson plan, and no, I'm not even gonna follow the lesson plan. So y'all might as well drop that. That kind of gets in the way a little bit, because there's times when I'm like, I have this idea in my head to work out, but it's like, where is the time, you know? By the time I get home and pick up my baby and we do homework and we take baths and we do dinner, and I have to make time. So a lot of times I just go 3-4 hours of sleep. You know what I'm saying? I just do it at night as much as I can until I fall out. I think that the older I get, the more I realize that as an artist, I've held on to my childhood like thing where I'm gonna try it. I don't care if I get in trouble. I don't care if I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna try it and we're gonna find out. And I think that's that exploratory thing that a lot of people lose when you get older. It's like, oh, this is the way we do it. This is our procedure. And I don't really have a procedure, and I enjoy that, you know? I don't really even have a style, and I enjoy that. And they'll tell you in college, oh, no, you need to stay in these. I enjoy what I'm doing, you know? Because it's so yummy. You have all these textures and colors and themes, and, you know, I want a little bit of everything. I want some gumbo. I like being able to be truly creative and spontaneous in my process, and even in my projects. I can go from a corporate mural to a school mural, from a school mural to a community mural, to honoring a legend, to honoring a person who nobody really knew that much, you know? This is a gift. I enjoy this gift being so versatile. There's so much I would tell the younger me. I would say, number one, don't quit. Because you're gonna face so many rejections. Like, rejection is something that is almost a part of you if you are a real artist. Like, rejection will follow you like the damn plague, okay? Like, every month, I might get about 3-4 rejections, you know? But you gotta know that your shit is still, excuse my language, mama, but you gotta know that your stuff is just so good. Like, that you gotta know that your voice is so important. You know, that there's somebody who needs to see it and somebody who needs to hear it, you know, that when the time is right and when it's for you, nobody can stop you. Doesn't matter who doesn't like you, what clique you didn't fit into, and who gallery or whose museum you didn't get into. Keep painting, you know what I'm saying? Keep going, keep drawing, keep yourself working. You know, people always say, oh, you always working. I got to. I need to survive. This is an internal thing for me. You know, if I'm totally stressed out, I will paint. Or if I'm feeling super sad, I will paint. You know, or if I feel like determined to do something that might be hard or something, I just need to draw to release it. You know, I even draw to think. I want to be able to make our community beautiful and remember good things about us. Just like the news puts out all this bad stuff all the time, I want to be able to counteract that stuff with all these good vibes. Like, dang, there's another one over there. Dang, the black lady over there. Dang, it's a black man over there. Like, why are they taking over the city? Yes, we are taking over the city. We are literally putting these images out there because people need to see. Representation matters. People, even grown folks, people always talking about kids need representation. Grown people need to see too. When I see fellow artists, I see Melissa Mitchell out there doing her thing with her clothing and her, man, it makes me feel like, go ahead, sis, because I'm next. Put me in the game next. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am so impressed with that. And I feel like same thing with the murals, you know? I want my Toni Morrison flying because I feel like if you can fly, I can fly. You can be at these top white institutions, you know, where there's 0.56 professors who are tenured or who are black, and you have to, you know, combat all this stuff. Surely I can too. I think those are the things that keep me going. My name is Ashley Dopson. I'm a community muralist, and I'm a teacher. This is my voice, and this is my life.